Hey folks, it's the Creepy Kentuckian here with you again. Interesting review today. This is a 90-year-old film. It celebrates its 90th anniversary this year. Our friends over at Eureka, over in the UK, are celebrating the very first Blu-ray release of this, and we are taking a look at it. The movie Vampyr from 1932, directed by Carl Dreyer. It's one of those movies that some call one of the best horror movies of all time. It's definitely one of the early ones. 1932, very early in talk cinema. And this one is kind of a blend of a silent film and a talkie film. The movie follows a man named Alan, and we find out that he is obsessed with the occult and witchcraft and all that good stuff. And he is staying in a small French village where a young girl is dying, severely ill. Little does he know, and everyone else around him, that she is slowly turning into a vampire. We meet some very odd, peculiar characters. This movie is a lot of visuals, a lot of mood. And from a movie from this far back, 1932, 90 years ago, it's definitely one that everyone should check out. It's only a 74-minute movie, which a lot of movies from that early era, it's around that time frame, so it's nothing unusual for that era. But for today, we have 3-hour Marvel cinematic movies every weekend in a theater. But this one's special. The visuals in this is like a nightmare that's come to life. Guillermo del Toro quoted that this is the closest thing to a poem made on film. There is a lot of different techniques that the director, Carl Dreyer, used during the making of Vampyr to give it almost like a dreamlike feel throughout the entire movie. It's very, very well made. For that time frame, I think this was Carl Dreyer's very first talk film, which is, there's not a whole lot of spoken dialogue in it. It is German. There is some subtitles in that, but yeah, not very much spoken language at all, spoken word. Criterion released an edition here in the United States. Over in the UK, the Blu-ray is a brand new 2K restoration. And like I said earlier, it's the very first time this one has been out on Blu-ray in the United Kingdom. It came out just this past week and is loaded with special features. Very nice packaging on this. Comes in a hardbound slipcase. All new 2K digital restoration of the German version by the Danish Film Institute. And this was a decade-long process of restoring this movie. This is a very, very old film, like I was saying. They completed it a couple years ago. With the pandemic and everything, it was kind of delayed releasing out to the masses until now. But yeah, they have restored the audio track as well on this. 2 different commentaries. We have filmmaker Guillermo del Toro, who's a huge fan of Vampyr, visual essays, and there's a new longer video interview with film critic Kim Newman on Vampyr's unique place within vampire cinema. 2 new video interviews with music and cultural historian David Huckvale on the film's score, and its adaptation of Sheridan Le Fanu, which I think it was kind of based on that, maybe. Carl Dreyer documentary by Horgan Roos. 2 deleted scenes removed from the German censor in 1932. Documentaries, 100-page booklets included on it. It's loaded up. And this is a movie that always intrigued me that I didn't get to watch until very recently. Criterion had it out. It was known as one of those early art house style movies. And I gotta say, I mean, this is a weird one that you could totally watch in silence, and I think it would still work. But the music and everything is really well done too. So if this sounds interesting to you, this one just came out recently from Eureka over in the UK. Check it out. Check us out over at DEADPIT.com.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up you butt.
Like,
subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
For this video officially, it's Oh Curly Jaws has a message for you. Go on over to shop.deadpit.com and go look at their Teen Public store right now. You got some new shirts like the Oh Curly Jaws official t-shirt, which is brutal and badass. You got the Yummy Gummy shirt with the captain himself on the shirt. You got Uncle Bill's face on a fucking shirt. You got the Final Girl shirt. You got all these shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Get them before they're all out, especially the new one, Bedtime 1039. It doesn't get better than that, so go on out. Check out these shirts at shop.deadpit.com. Go look at their Teen Public store. You're going to have a good old time. Get them all!
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.